Hi there. Trying to give you an update on the weather here. I'll wait for some comments, and we'll get into a little bit of meteorology here if we can. I'm going to run this temperature loop here a little bit, and want to thank the people at DuPage Weather. They have some great modeling that you guys can use as well if you're ever interested. But this is just a quick look at wind direction and temperatures at about 5,000 feet, 850 millibars. That changes. I don't want to get into the thickness equation and why that changes, but the big thing to know here is when you see these colors that are in white and purple, that's some much colder air coming in over the next 3 days, 2-3 days. So the direction of the wind is key for us as we go through the next several days. So please feel free to ask me any questions. I'll comment, in regard to what town you're in and what you can expect. Highly localized lake effect, as always, is coming this weekend. So it's really town by town, and I'll show you that coming up here in a few seconds. But what I wanted to show you here is this is a kind of a quick loop of the next couple of days. And this is, tomorrow morning, these wind directions out of the west-northwest, that's going to feed in some snow. Let's go and share this tab with snow accumulation here over the next couple of days. Just one of the many data sets we look at for our area. I know that's kind of hard to see. I'll blow it up a little bit here for you. And, this is a pretty decent representation of what's going to develop here. We'll get some interactivity off of a Georgian Bay. You can see those purples coming up to the north and west there on the map. So, it is going to it's going to be highly dependent on where you are. So I'm thinking Fairport, Pittsford, East Rochester. I'd put you guys in the probably 3 to 6 range. But if you're in the northern part of those areas, closer to Webster, then you're probably on the 6 to 10 inch over the weekend. So these bands, I've talked about it with you for a quarter century, has a lot to do with where you are. 5 miles, 1 mile, going to make a big impact on snow accumulation in the area. So this is one data set we look at. I think it's fairly representative of how this is going to work out. Holly, the Holly area, I got you 6 to 12 over the weekend for you, Patricia. Melissa says flying out of Rochester tomorrow, 6 a.m. I don't know if there'll be much flight delays there. It depends if it's snowing. If there's a band over the airport, then that could slow things down. So hard to say where that band's going to be at 6 a.m. with certainty. But, that's an early flight. Make sure you're up nice and early and check the latest, okay? So highly localized snow. I've been trying to get on my my weather system to give you a more accurate look at what we're predicting, what I'm predicting for the weekend. But it's not allowing me to connect. So I'm kind of stuck with just giving you a general sense here. So I apologize for that. Let me switch models here. We're going to another, what we call high res model. And this one looks, quite different than the other one. But one thing you can see for sure is that if we zoom in really close, let me get in too close there. Let's see what you're seeing here. So let me zoom in a little bit more. And let's see, over a little bit. We're going to go through the weekend here. And if I highlight some of these numbers just with this little cue here, you can see in Northeast Wayne County, we've got, 9, 14 inches. Some areas you're going to get over 2 feet near and east of Oswego area. So it really depends on highly localized weather where you are. So if you're in Wolcott, Eric, for the Wolcott area, I've got you 12 to 18 in Wolcott region. So if you're there in Wolcott, 12 to 18, Greece, 6 to 12, Leroy on the lower end, probably 3 to 6 for you guys, Rob. Maybe on the low end of that, North Rose, 12 to 18. Bread and milk and booze run, sure, why not? Erica says Hilton looking. Hilton, I got in 6 to 12 inch range up there. So, again, incredibly localized weather. That's what we're used to around here. Let me play this one a loop for you here. Got to shrink this guy down again. So let me play kind of like a precip type forecast here. So you'll see how these bands kind of move over the weekend. lot of it's going to be that connection from Georgian Bay as well. How much snow are we getting in Webster? Webster, I have you in that 6 to 12 range. Walworth area, your southern part of the county, I think 3 to 6 is good for you guys, Cassandra. Webster 6 to 12. The Avoca area, Kelly, I believe you guys are down in the southern part. You guys might be in that 4 to 8 range too. Batavia area, you're in Genesee County. You're going to get some snow. I put you 1 to 3, Donna. 1 to 3, 2 to 4. Brighton area, 3 to 6. Naples, 3 to 6 because you're in the elevations. You just get a lot of that upslope snow there added in with the moisture coming across. Greece area, Greece is a big town. So North Greece, maybe 10 to 12. South Greece, 6 to 8. And these are numbers through the weekend, correct, Kathy? So we have an advisory for Monroe County, and you're thinking, how could you get an advisory for that much snow in the northern part? Well, it's going to be over a long period of time throughout the weekend. So that sometimes it won't be snowing, and then it will redevelop, okay? You know how lake effect is, too. And it could even, we're putting 12 to 18 in northeast Wayne County. Some areas might get half that. Newark area, I got you in the 6+ area there in Newark. Dansville, not much. 1 to 2 if you're lucky. You're in the valley. It's not a good angle for you guys, downsloping. So the valleys probably won't get a whole lot. Maybe 1 to 2 if you're lucky. Livonia, 1 to 3, 2 to 4. It's not really for you, but some of these bands can make it down there. Let's see. I'm going to show you. Go back to our high resolution imagery here. Play this guy. So this is another version of what you just saw. And the big thing you can see there is that persistent connection off of the upstream Georgian Bay and Lake Huron. That's the perfect wind to spray that snow in here. Nikki's asking overnight snow or daytime. So it's going to vary. On radar right now, we got snow starting to dive in to northern Monroe County and Wayne County. So it's going to be episodes of snow. Webster, I got you 6 to 12, Nicole. But if you're East Webster and out toward Ontario, it could be a bit more depending on where exactly that band is. So even with Webster, right? Like, are you West Webster? Are you East Webster? Lakeshore or South? It's going to really range. That's why we have to put these numbers in a range to give you a good idea. Suzanne, don't walk away. Let's see. Supposed to go to a night in New York tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge for you, I think, Suzanne. Got to watch radar. It's all I can really tell you. You're going to be getting into some heavier snow as you go east, especially out towards Syracuse and Oneida at times, okay? Yeah, this is 48 hours, we're thinking. This is through the weekend, okay? So 2 days. Once the inversion drops, that's the kind of cap that we put on lake effect on Sunday night, Monday, it'll shut down. Henrietta area, I've got us on the edge of that 3 to 6 inch snow, Jason, but I would say for Henrietta, probably 1 to 3, 2 to 4. And, where I live in Henrietta, probably not a whole lot. Naples, Naples, you're going to get some snow, 3 to 5, 3 to 6. Brockport area is in that 3 to 6 edge of 6+ as well. So 90 corridor from Henrietta to Amsterdam. Refresh me on where that is. We going east or west here? So many little towns. Let's see. Mark, how are you? I'm good. Doing well. April, where are you? Yeah. I understand what you're saying. Maybe you'll get some, though. Read my crawl on the bottom, too, okay? If you read the crawl on the bottom, it'll give you a good idea of, generalities of the snow. So, yeah, Brenna, for you guys, it's that solid single band. You can see it there coming in on this loop. So you guys are in that highest risk area, I think, for 12 to 18 in the Wolcott North Rose area. Now, that could also be up to 2 feet if you're closer to the heaviest band. So the northeast Wayne County has definitely got the highest risk. April, you are by the airport. 3 to 6 isn't bad, April. Come on. That's not a bad amount of snow. Let's see. Ontario. Yeah, Ontario, you're in that 6 to 12, Mary. You could get up to a foot, could get 6 or 7. Depends on where that band exactly lines up for you. Canandaigua area, Cindy, I don't see a lot there. You might get some squalls from time to time, 1 to 2, 1 to 3 max. Williamson area, you're in that 6 to 12 as well. Same thing in Newark, a little bit less there, about half that in Newark. Spencerport area, you're 3 to 6. Kayla, 3 to 6, maybe a bit more northern part of the town. Hey, what do you know about that car dealer, Kayla, down there? There's a used car place. I forgot the name of it. I'm driving up there tomorrow to get a look at a car I like. Let's see. I'm going to tell you the name of it. Summit View. What do you think of Summit View car rental? Let me know, Kayla. Kids want first winter want more first winter in the north. They're southern babies. Aw. Ridge Road is in a good spot. I think 6 to 12-ish in that Ridge Road area. And again, not at one time. It's throughout the weekend. But I think when you're looking at your backyard by Monday, could be up to a foot, maybe only 8. You know how it goes. East side, Pittsford area, 3 to 6 looks solid. Mendon, 3 to 6 solid. Dansville, not a lot, Tammy. 1 to 3. If you're lucky, probably more on the one end. Wolcott area. Yeah, Wolcott's going to get it over the weekend. So in the Wolcott area, it should be starting pretty soon. What's your conditions there right now? I'm just looking at radar. I'm seeing things drop in. So I think for Wolcott, a lot of this is going to be, you get a wave of heavy snow Sunday. You'll get a wave of heavy snow perhaps overnight. So it's going to come in waves for you, okay? City Ave 104. You're right on that cusp of 6 to 10 or 3 to 6. Hey, Sandra's in Cheektowaga. Not as much there. This is more of a southern tier, south of you event. Bought a few cars there right next to where I live out here. Nice people. Okay, Kayla, that's good to hear, man. Trying to get my kid a better car for him as he's driving around. So I'm looking forward to meeting him. Thanks for the report. All right, let's see. City near Penfield, 3 to 6. Greece area, 3 to 6, but again, a potential for a little bit more, depending on if you're in North Greece or not. So looking back at my map, you're on the cusp there. Greece North could get up to a 6+. Parma area, Ladder Road area, Churchville area, 3 to 6 looks good for you guys. Okay, through the weekend. Southern tier. Yeah, I thought you guys were down there in Avoca. Now, you're in Avoca. Okay. I think Avoca is what? Is it Allegheny County, right? You're on the edge of that, too. That band can blow in a good 3 to 6 inches in that area, too, off of Lake Erie. And you could get some connection from Huron, too. You see how easy this stuff is, right? Marcy's glad I do these updates. Thank you, Marcy. Melissa, good evening. How are you? Lima doesn't look like a whole lot, Lima. I think probably Lima's in the, if you're lucky, 3 inches of snow this weekend. Let's see. Shiloh should do a 3 to 6 deal. Geneseo is the same as Livonia and Lima. Steuben County, depends on where you are in Steuben County, obviously. Elevations or valleys. It's Avoca, yeah. So Steuben's a little further east. So maybe you're on the lower end, but if you're in elevation, you get some extra lift, and you might do okay. It's funny because one of our weather spotters in Wayland, her name's Trisha. She's had like 8-9 inches of snow the last 2 days, like purely upslope, crazy snow, wind rising in the air. She's in the elevation about 2,100 feet up, and she's getting like snow off and on the last 2 days. Meanwhile, very little has happened in other locations, so it's a grain of salt, man. Just drove a few. Unfortunately, these are a bit bigger. Car seats pushed elsewhere. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting them tomorrow. So Ray wants to know about Penfield, Pittsford. Yeah, I got you guys 3 to 6. Okay, 3 to 6. You got to get up near 104 to get more, I think. Yep, you're right, Gary. 3 to 6 looks like a good amount for you guys too. What's that weird character that showed up? I get that too. I don't know what that is. That's crazy. All right, Canandaigua area, you're on the 1 to 3 on my map. 1 to 3 for you guys. Ontario, I got you 6 to 12. 6 to 12 in the Ontario area. And again, it's off and on. It's not going to be constant, but when it does snow, it could snow heavily. Like if you're in this band, it could snow 1 to 2 inches an hour for 5 hours. And there's your totals, right? Charlotte's in that 6 to 12 area. Yeah, we like you guys for at least a half a foot. Kathy, maybe more. So that's the story. All right, I got to do news at 5:00. I got to update some stuff. So please watch me on 13 Wham. We'll have more on the website. Follow our app as well. You can get it on the Android or the iPhone. Let me show you what it looks like if you're interested. 13 Wham app right there. You get the little logo. That's the guy to get. Okay. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Okay. Wait, I'll answer Donna real quick. 2 days and not all at once. Yes, correct. Yes. Over a couple of days, off and on. Okay. Through the weekend. Have a good weekend.